Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. Today we're going to talk about how you can keep your garden going, get lots of fruit and veg and seeds going in your garden without spending a whole lot of money. So, some easy everyday things that you can do to keep your gardening on the cheaper side. The first one is looking after your soil, because that looks after everything else. So I've just got some coffee grounds here that are from home and some tea leaves that I just pull out of the tea bags once they're done, and that helps to nourish the soil a little bit, helps to keep the creepy crawlies off, allegedly. Not so sure about that, but any kind of manure that is organic is good, is how I do it, and any other kind of eggshells or something that you can put in the soil is good for it as well. I usually crush it up a little bit. Some people put them in the oven, but I have other videos on that. Seeds will save you a lot of money. These are actually seeds for eating, the peony beans. It's a little early for beans at the end of winter, usually spring. They like the warmer weather to start growing, but just to show you, you can actually grow most of the things that are in the soup mix in the supermarket. They're dried beans, so basically any dried beans that are whole and haven't been split, they will usually grow in your garden. You kind of don't really know what you're getting, but it's a very cheap way to experiment with seeds and what you can do with them. You have a whole bunch of other seeds. Try not to pay too much money for seeds. I like them on special, but you've got to make sure that they're not about to run out of lifetime. But there are rules about that in the shops. They can't sell them when they're too old. These are sort of a sometimes purchase for me. I haven't really got into bulbs until the last few years of my gardening career, about 30 years or so, because they're expensive. Usually a bag like this will cost you about $8 to $15 to get 3 or 4 or 5 here in Australia, depending on where you get it. But the good thing about it is that they will multiply. So under the soil you will get more and more each year. You can pull them up or you can leave them in the soil, depends where you live. Things that grow on their own. So this is a little borage seedling. I had borage plants in my raised garden bed and they're pretty good at growing themselves. So the seeds are tiny, so they just drop in and you get all of these little borage plants. So I pulled it out and replanted it in just, this has holes. You have to have holes in the bottom. So this is just a cup from a cheap shop. So that's another good way of replicating plants. These are cuttings that I grew from our camellia bush, and it looks like they've taken, there's one little leaf that's fallen off, that doesn't matter. So again, you have to have holes in the bottom of your cup, and seedling mix is best for cuttings and seeds. Don't use soil from the garden. If you have nothing else, potting mix will kind of work with really big seeds, but if you've got tiny seeds, you have to use a proper seedling mix, it's called, because it's just very fine and you won't get things stopping the plants from coming up because there's bits of bark in the way. Here are some more cuttings in the process. So these are just things from a friend's garden and just little bits of plants that you can snip off and make cuttings, which will make their own roots eventually. So hormone rooting powder helps a little bit, doesn't matter what brand it is. You can use honey. People say raw honey is best. I have used that, but I don't know. The powder is just a bit more convenient and less messy for me anyway. Things in your fridge that decide to sprout. This is garlic, so I will plant it. It's a little late for garlic at the end of winter, but we'll still be able to eat it, maybe as wet garlic they call it, so spring garlic. It has to go through winter in the soil to really be good garlic, I think, to get a really good fresh flavour. So we're nearly all the way through winter and I'm planting it now, so it'll be summer garlic or spring garlic, wet garlic. So that's fine, it won't be wasted. So this is the other thing, plants that like to run and spread. This is pineapple sage. It will get really big and potentially cause trouble, and I will probably keep it in a pot. If you wanted to have a great big area of herbs, you could plant that. If you're really brave, you can plant some mint, but mint I never planted in the ground because it takes over and the roots go deep and it's really hard to rip out and get rid of it if you change your mind. But something like sage you can usually get rid of if you change your mind. Now, add some calendula that was left way too long on my windowsill, so that's not good for cutting. But this had a few little dead bits. I've just trimmed the bottom into like a sharper shape so that it'll go into the soil more easily. It's got some nice little bits that are sprouting there, which weren't even there when it went into the water. I've had it on my windowsill for weeks. So we will see if this works or not. I just dip it into the hormone rooting powder. And I've taken off some of these nodes here. Maybe not all of the ones I had to. Should use secateurs, everybody. It's kinder to your plants. Just coat as many little nodes as you can and put it into, maybe make a little hole so I don't break it. Put it in there. And you can sort of wiggle it and make it be upright and just pretend like nothing ever happened. Then you've got a little plant that's upright and hopefully happy and ready to start off. So water them in straight away, but I will put this one aside for now and keep going. Always good to put your new little plant babies or cuttings somewhere safe away from direct sunlight. Hopefully they'll grow on really strongly for you and provide you with lots of joy. Well, I hope you're having fun in your garden, winter or summer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.